Hello, everybody. This is Simona Mainini, and I want to invite you to our new class that is going to start on August 14, and is called Feng Shui House Decorating. We had a tremendous amount of success earlier this spring with our Feng Shui Organizing course, and I came up with much more material that I had anticipated, because originally it was supposed to be a class just for decluttering and organizing, and before we know, we were talking about painting walls, changing colors, moving furniture, and I realized we have material for a whole new class. So let's make it a house decorating course for those that really want to take the plunge and change the look of their house. We are out of the pandemic, almost out of the pandemic, and so we are ready for this brand new world of ours, and we are ready to get started. Um, Everybody is feeling this sense of change and wanting to change the life around them, and starting with their house, starting with our haircuts, starting with our clothes. That's why we were emptying the closets and the pantries. And now it's time that we start making some changes in our house as well. And so I decided to teach this class, which actually is from my background primarily, because my background is in architecture and interior design. I grew up in the interior design business. And, it all came back while I was teaching the organizing class. And so I prepared for myself a list of things that we're going to be following. And so we're going to start, it's going to be a 6 weeks live webinar. And every class is going to be recorded. So even though we start on August 14, if you see this video later, just know that every session is going to be recorded and is going to be available. So you can join also while the class is in progress, and you can catch up with the videos. And also those of you that sign up for the entire live webinar, if you end up missing one class, for whatever reason, there will be the video available. You can play it later. Or if you simply see the video after September 18, after the live webinar course is completed, the entire course is still going to be available in a video class. So all of them, all the session will be available. So you can register even later. I'm going to leave you all the information and the login link at the bottom here. You can also go to our website at fengshuitrainingcenter.com, but I'm going to leave you the link here below. And I'm going to leave you the link also for the Feng Shui House Organizing course, in case you need some inspiration about, decluttering the closet and reorganizing the closet and reorganizing the pantry. So anyway, for the decorating course, we're going to set our vision first. And so, maybe our priority have changed. Maybe we discovered that we don't need a guest room. We want to turn our guest room in a full-time home office. Now we're working from home. Or maybe you decided that you want to start a new business and you need an office, so we can convert the guest house. Or maybe, you had a home office and you don't want to work from home anymore. Or maybe you just need more space. You're converting the garage in your office and now you have more space. You have an extra room. Maybe that can become a screening room, or can become a craft room, or can become a yoga room or a gym, or, other things like that. Or maybe you just want to revamp a little bit your existing room. Maybe you just want to change the couch. You want a more comfortable couch, because we've been sitting on that for so long this past few months, and now we realize, hey, I need something a little bit more comfortable while I'm watching the TV. And so you want to change the couch, and while you're changing the couch, maybe we are rearranging the furniture, maybe we're painting the walls, maybe we're hanging new artwork, and so we need, special lighting for those, or maybe you need special lighting for read. So all those kind of things, we're going to look at them together. We're going to set your goals. First of all, how you want to live your house, how you want your house to look. Maybe had a more traditional look before, and now you want a more modern, simplistic, minimalistic look. Or maybe it was very simple and minimalistic before, very bare before, and you feel like you want something a little bit more warmer, maybe a more feminine line, maybe a little bit more plush and a little bit maybe even more traditional, it's not a problem. We can apply Feng Shui to any style. Not a problem at all. Then we're going to look, of course, you know, at the furniture. Do we need to change furniture? We're going to look at also some practical tip on how to choose the furniture, because I'm seeing that often the mistake that people make, they just get oversized furnitures. Because in the stores are much bigger than our homes. And so you might looking at the table and think, oh, this table looks about the right size. And then you take it home and it turns out that it's filling up your entire dining room. You cannot even fit a chair in there. So, you know, we need to look at things like that. These are the things that pros know, but sometimes, you know, when we're trying to do it ourselves, we overlook those kind of things. I can't even begin to tell you how many people call me. They think they need a Feng Shui master, and what they need is just to buy new furniture that are a little bit smaller. So we're going to look at that. We're going to choose the colors of the wall based on your date of birth. This is something that we didn't do in the organizing class. And so it's definitely a large part of redecorating. And so we're going to give it a lot of space, especially if you live with somebody and each of you have different energetic needs. So how do we blend those two together? So we're going to address that as well. We're also going to see, you know, what is the vibe that we want to give the house, and the vibe really has to do with your own energy. You know, whether the element that you belong to in Feng Shui could be fire, could be wood, could be water, could be earth. There is another one and it escapes me right now, but you know, it will come back to me in the class. And then we want to address that. We want to design the house around that. And of course, if you live with somebody or maybe you have a family and there are other people that have other elements, then we have to figure out, you know, which one do we prioritize, or do we need to blend them together, or do we need to harmonize them? So this is something else we're going to look at. And so we're going to start on August 14, and every week I would like to cover a different room. Probably in the first class we're going to cover the basics, and then in the following weeks we're going to cover room by room, and we're going to go through all of these things that I was mentioning to you room by room. Probably if you have a floor plan to work with, could be a great idea. Well, I want to give you a heads up. If you have the original drawings of your building, that's perfect, because everything is proportional. All you have to do is just make photocopies, and then you can draw on top of that. Or if you don't have one, you can sketch one. You can, you know, if you're pretty good at proportion sketch or using graph paper, that's a good way to start out with a floor plan. As long as it's proportion, we don't need, if you have it, that's great, but we don't need an architect floor plan. As long as yours is proportion enough, we might be able to work it. And definitely, I'm looking around to see if I have it here handy, but definitely, I must have been in the other office. We would need a measuring tape. So make sure you have a measuring tape. The compass, you can probably use your iPhone, or if you have a navigational compass, you know, pretty detailed, accurate, pretty detailed, that might be good enough as well. And graph paper, so you can draw the floor plan. And a lot of excitement, just in, you know, take this time until the class starts to start envisioning the things that you would like to do and how you would like to change your house to accommodate your new lifestyle. Maybe you're moving in with somebody, or maybe your kids are going back to college and moving out from the house and going back to college, or maybe they are coming back. Maybe they finished college, maybe they're coming back while they're looking at getting a job or for their next steps. You know, many things might have happened in this past year, and so this could be the main reason why you would like to change your house. So it's going to be a very exciting journey. We're going to work on that together. And anyway, I'm gonna leave you all the information here below, and I'm gonna put back up here at the end the schedule for the class, so you can write it down. And The class is currently offered at early registration, and so please go and register as soon as possible so you can get the best deal. As price is going to increase the closer we get to the starting date. And again, if you should watch this video later than August 14, the registration are going to be open. You can still jump in even halfway through, even if you miss the first or the second week. You will be provided with the video recording of the previous classes so you can catch up. And if you see this video after September 18, once the live webinar is completed, a live webinar course is completed, you can always review all the video for the entire course. They will be made available automatically on the same registration form as this one here below. So I am looking forward to see you, and enjoy the rest of the summer in the meantime, and get ready, and we're gonna work together and have a lot of fun. Creating beauty in our life through interior decoration is one of the best thing in the world, I think. And if we're gonna inject in it a little bit of Feng Shui, we can really make it very, very special. So I'm looking forward to see you then. Take care. Ciao.